talking. I just wanted to know where she got this necklace from. And now I know. Her grandma left it to her.
You're quiet, Rick. Shouldn't you be revealing grandmas aren't real?
Hi, I've placed an auto-response in my brain so I can spend time with my family.
But you are spending time with your family.
Thank you for talking to Rick. Alright, I'm finished with my breakfast and my Amazon wish list. Let's go, Morty. I need death crystals from Porbogelon Prime.
Dad, you hardly put any syrup on.
Honey, stop raising your father's cholesterol so you can take a half-funeral selfie.
I never get to do anything.
Bro, what? I like how they kept like the same intro for 4 seasons.
But they'll change it slightly every time. Still don't know what that thing is.
I know 4 seasons in and still no clue.
Why are they called death crystals? Do they kill you? You're taking a bullet, Morty. Death crystals show you how you're gonna die.
That's fucked up. I throw that shit down.
Jesus Christ! I die a million times? Your future stems from your present, which if you're living right, keeps changing. True justice.
Damn.
Crystal poachers. There's no lower form of life. They think the galaxy's their own.
That'd be interesting. I would check out mine.
Nah, fuck all that. I like to keep mine a mystery.
Yeah, you see how he has it on his forehead? So now he knows before anybody can even fucking kill him. That's fucking sick.
I didn't think about using it like that.
Why are you pocketing one?
Use these to win my life with their money. Oh my God, Jessica! Oh!
Still changing depending on what path he walks.
Jessica, I want to die with Jessica.
He's about to do some stupid shit.
I'm just following my instinct. You just go up. Oh, you're gonna make me die wrong. Wait a minute, what? Morty, do you have a death crystal in your pocket? Maybe, little lobster. I thought you were masturbating.
Fucking stupid.
I address it. That's what I've been doing. Why would you steal a death crystal? I want to die old. Then stop driving. You son of a bitch. Give me the death, Morty. God damn it.
Oh.
Damn.
Bro, that's fucked up.
Alright, now take that to the trunk and insert it into the clone compiler. I see you appear to be holding a death crystal that's guiding your decision more than I am. That's your right. I just want to remind you that some people can't hold anything and can never die. So that's a little offensive. Okay.
Wow.
Why are you so dead set on being with her?
I don't know.
Probably ain't even gonna end up being with her one.
No. Damn it! How am I gonna die with her if I can't even talk to her? Here's an idea, Morty. Throw that thing in the garbage. Stop planning your own death. Talk to whoever you want. Now you just sound like a real Rick. You're better than that language, Morty. I ain't better than shit, Jack.
What?
Mr. Macy! Kill this Nazi prick!
Oh! Oh shit! Now he died again!
Bruh.
What reality is this?
Oh, come on, man. Honestly, you're doing me a huge favor by being shrimp instead of fascist. What? God.
Oh my
Bruh.
goodness. Oh! Bro, he ain't getting back to his original reality.
What's with the strut? You think you own this school? Nope. What if I killed you? Would you be strutting then? Only if the events of the Pixar movie Coco are to be believed, which I doubt. I have it on good authority that you're probably not going to kill me. So why don't you do what I do and just go with the flow? Nice and zen, baby.
Damn.
You die tomorrow. Man, well, looks like you got yourself in a lick.
I know, it's what you get.
Okay, look, Rick might be the executive fluid flex person. He's right about one thing. You're going to be a lot happier if you focus on the moment rather than on how you're going to die. I mean, keep worrying about that, huh? Sorry, hologram Rick. I'm going with the crystal on this one.
This man.
Bro!
Oh, alright, okay. Just because I can't interact with solid matter means you can just walk all over me?
This
God.
fucking
This too fascistish? Nope.
Dang.
This man said, fuck this reality.
I thought maybe you were. Time with Jessica.
What the hell?
Whoa. Bruh.
And it's not gonna end how you want it to end.
Shoot me from the law. Yes, sir.
How are all these people coming in?
Over a female though?
I will die old.
Why are you letting me do this?
I do as the crystal guides.
Wow.
Your Honor.
People, I gotta tell you something. That little boy, I thought I knew everything about everything, but something about the tone and frequencies that just came out of his mouth have made me, I think we're just about ready to forgive them and move past this whole thing. He's a free young man, and as far as continuity goes, the reset button's been hit.
Bro, what?
It was a fast trial. A bunch of us girls were going to go skinny dipping later if you wanted to join.
What?
Actually, now, really, we're going to do it right now. This is the last conversation I'm having about it fully clothed.
What?
I'm assuming we maybe get together in our 40s?
Cool. Sounds hot. Bye.
We must continue moving in ways that lead to...
Me and my friends want to fly around in the pool big stage tonight.
Be careful not to waste all your venom.
I'm not a bee, Dad.
After dinner, can I maybe borrow Morty to help the lost Rick get back to his primate-based reality?
Morty, are you done with your homework?
Not all of it.
Sorry, Dad.
Bro.
Don't be sorry, sweetie. We're all in this together. We're wasps, not monsters. Guess I don't have it as bad as I thought.
Can you pass the acid?
That is fucked up.
Mm.
Bruh, what are you doing? Bruh, now the hologram's gonna have it.
I can feel. I have mass.
Oh my god.
Now. You're... What the... I thought you were proud to be a hologram. That's because I had to be one. Shit. There's a lesson here, and I'm not the one that's going to figure it out.
For real.
Guess I gotta learn how to live in the moment a little more. Oh boy, so you actually learned something today?
I know, right?
Full house. I was living in the moment all day and kept getting killed by Nazis. I think you have to think ahead and live in the moment.
This dude really fucking went AWOL to try to fucking... But you know what? There's a good lesson here. You shouldn't try to worry about, the future so much as to put all your focus on the final goal as much as just living in the moment. But as he said in the last couple seconds, it's not about just living in the moment either. You gotta have a balance of both living in the moment and keeping, cognizant of future consequences of your actions.
What I took away from this is that if you focus too much on like your future, you end up losing your present self.
Yeah. If you focus too much on your present self, you lose your future self.
And don't get too attached to a woman.
Yeah. I mean, I've been guilty of that. Like, trying to think too much about, like, how to get the woman or, like, how to get her and how to be with her instead of just thinking about, like, just living in the moment and just being free and having fun. Because usually that will also lead to good things. Even if it's not what you initially planned. Because you could be like, oh, yeah, I want to, die with her, blah, 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 blah. but you're fucking up everything. Like, you're doing everything that's just like not even fun. And it's like, you realize you're gonna have to keep this up for the rest of your life because you just want it so badly, you know. So
Plus, you had an opportunity with her too, and you messed that up.
right? She said, "We're about to go sleep. This is the last conversation I'm gonna have with clothes on." I was like, "What?"
And then he just walks away.
Like, all you had to do was just shut up and just stand there, and she would have got naked. But you're sitting there like, "Oh nope, I gotta make sure that we die together." So, and that's crazy because that sometimes will be how it happens too. Like, you have it, but you're so focused on keeping it that you end up fucking it up.
The only thing I'm mad about this episode is that, like, we saw like that in reality, like, but we never got to see it.
What do you mean?
Like how she was like, he was dying, and she was like, "I love you." Like, what happened?
Oh yeah. There's supposed to be a scene. You know, every episode has like that quick scene at the end. Let's see it.
Tomorrow's career day. I'm gonna think about what I do when I get out of school. I know exactly what I want to do. I want to work in hospice. I want to comfort the people who are dying, who have no one else in their lives. The real lonely people. I'm gonna look at their name tags and I'm gonna say, "I love you." I'll look like whatever it says on the name tag over and over. What the?
I told you it wasn't gonna be what you wanted.
Cover me in gasoline and spider spot. Yeah, I'm in. Wasn't my first pick, but hey, I'm not gonna waste this opportunity.
Dumbass, trying to fight for a reality that wasn't even gonna be good.
Wow.
I did not see that coming at all.
Wow. So the whole time he was just going down the path of being lonely. But at the very, very end, she's gonna say, "I love you, Morty," just because her dream is to find the loneliest people in the world
Zing.
and comfort them in their last moments.
Zing.
Wow. So he never even ends up being with her. That's crazy how reality works. Like, in your mind, your cognitive, like, reality could be so different from real reality, and you could be pursuing something that may not even play out the way you think. It's so crazy how that is. I feel like a lot of people, me included, live in like a cognitive reality a lot of the time, and like trying to align that cognitive reality with real reality. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I really want this to happen. I really want to live this life. So in order to live this life, I have to already be living it in my mind, and then make those changes in the real world, you know, and take those steps to making it a reality. And that's kind of what Morty was doing in this episode, but just in a very extreme way.
Mm-hmm.
But it's funny because like I feel like everybody does that, and it's just a wild take on it.
I wonder if people like watching this will like understand it and like learn from it.
It makes me want to like focus a little bit more on the present and just being happy and having fun and enjoying myself. But then at the same time, it's like, can we stop? No, not really. Like, could I stop trying to be a millionaire? Could I stop trying to, you know what I'm saying, study, you know, my dream profession and trying to do what I'm trying to do? Like, no, because then I'll never reach it. But at the same time, should I make that my only priority to where I'm just fucking like not taking care of myself and not really caring about anything else like my family and friends just because I'm that focused on that? No. It's kind of like you got to have a balance.
What if we were put on this earth to find that balance?
Ooh, that'd be crazy. Probably. I mean, I'm sure. I feel like that would kind of be the way. Because aren't we kind of like... It's almost like if life was kind of like a timeline, we're kind of just like that little... That bloop that just kind of moves along it. And it's just kind of like... By that same token, we kind of do have it all in our minds already. So we have to be aware of the present, the future, and the past at all times. Yeah, because I feel like I definitely had times in my life to where I was like only focused on the present, and it really wasn't even that bad, honestly. Like that was actually probably like the most. I'm thinking about like when I was living in Miami, and that's like probably was the most fun I've had. But at the same time, like I didn't really do anything that was going to help me in the future. But I had a lot of fun. But then I've also had times where I'm just so focused on the future. Like that's all I care about is doing things that are gonna help me in the future. And the future did end up being a little bit better, but at the same time, those nights that I spent just working on that, they sucked. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's just nothing but just fucking hard work. So yeah, I think definitely a balance is the perfect place to be.
I wasn't gonna like bring this up, but like I feel like it needs to be said. Like how you said, like we all like focus on like our future.
Mm-hmm.
Like earlier this year, I was like so focused on my future, and then like I looked at my present self and felt like I wasn't where I should be, and I'm about to be 30. So that drove me into like depression for real.
What, because you feel like your future or present isn't where it should be?
Yeah, like looking at the timeline, I felt like I should be like here by the time I hit 30 in order for me to achieve my future, and that ended up driving me into depression.
Oh, that's the worst though, man. You can't do that because not everybody's timeline is the same. Just because you can't have 30 be like, by the time I'm 30, I mean, come on, man. Like, imagine being 60. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's going to hit different pinnacles at different times. But that's a good point about focusing too much on the future and then you end up making yourself depressed. Because you think that your present is supposed to be here and, you know what I'm saying? It's like, man, you're alive. You still have time. Isn't that what Gary Vee always says? You're alive, you still have time. You can't expect to have it all figured out by the time that you're 30 or 40. Maybe not even 50. I mean, some of the biggest millionaires, the dude who made McDonald's, he didn't make McDonald's until he was like 50 something. Right? He probably felt like shit when he was 30 and now he's a fucking billionaire. So, I mean, it all depends on, you know, your timeline. Yeah. I mean, sometimes I feel that way. Sometimes I'm like, damn, like, I want to study acting and I want to, you know, be a voice actor and do all these things. And it's like, I'm already 24, you know, like, I'm kind of having a late start, but you can't let that get you down. I definitely think there's still time to accomplish all the goals that we have set. Could you see this happening to me?
Like, yeah, definitely.
That's fucked up. That was the answer was supposed to be no. You really see me doing that?
Not until you talking about like going crazy like he did.
Yeah.
Now I don't see you going that far, but I can see like you being like so attached to the future that you like I said, lose your present self. And then like
over a girl though?
When I was thinking about it, I wasn't even thinking about like he was like doing it for a female, but female, nah, not really. But like goals,
jeopardizing my present self for a female, most definitely. I feel like I've done that before. But my future self for a female, nah, I'm way too attached to my future. Oh, but like if you're talking about like being a millionaire and doing all this stuff, oh yeah, I guess you're right. That could definitely happen. But that's what I was saying. Sometimes I have gotten completely consumed. You see me, Rob, where I be down here, like working on this room and stuff for hours. Just like, fuck it, I gotta get this done. I gotta make this happen. I mean, I like being in that zone. It makes me feel good. Because then once I'm done, I'm like, damn, look how much shit I just accomplished. You know, but.
Do you feel like you've lost something, like once you like realize like you were so focused on it, like?
No, because it's only going to benefit my future self. So, for example, I am my future self of my past self who built this room. And this shit's fucking lit. Thank you, past Beau, for putting in all that work, because this is a clean-ass room. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But that Beau was going through some shit, though. He was fucking working his ass off like shit. He was fucking borderline about to fucking shit. Fuck, I don't even know. He was definitely stressed. Like, fuck, I have to do all this shit. But he knew this day was going to come. So, I think it's better to focus on your future than it is your present. But I think if you focus too much on your, like, obsessively focused on your future,
like
then,
he was.
yeah, then you just have toxic behavior.
Mm-hmm. Alright, let me fire that question back at you. You think, like, I could do that?
Be focused on your future too much?
Yeah.
Nah, I feel like you kind of live in the moment a lot. I feel like you're kind of cruising. You're just like, oh, yeah, like, I'm just living in the moment, but I know it's going to also lead somewhere cool, too. But I'm not too stressed about it. I feel like that's how you are. Because you already said about, like, the cooking and stuff, and being a chef, so, I mean, you already are a chef, so you're kind of just like, yep, I'm just getting my knowledge, and then, you know, eventually something else will pop up. Once it does, I'll do that, but right now, I'm just, you know, like me, I'd be already on some, like, fuck, like, okay, so I got this job, where's my next job gonna be? Should I already be applying for another job? Or how long should I stay here? What's the timeline of this job? What's the timeline of my next job? Like, I'll be stressed about this shit,
I know,
bro.
like, you just saying that, like, makes me think, wow, shit, like, how are you not going crazy?
Yeah, I'll be stressed about that shit. I've already thought about it with Verizon and shit. I'd be like, dude, like, how long am I gonna stay here? Should I be looking for another job? Like, and it's like, bro, just calm down. Like once I like smoke or some shit like that, I'll end up getting into a calm state where I'm like, okay, bro, like you're tripping, like you're fine, just chill, everything's straight. Like, don't be thinking of plan B and plan C when plan A is going fine.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, something about me, I always just be stressed about that. And it's not a bad trait. It is a bad trait, but at the same time, it's like a double-edged sword. Like, it's good to think that way, but it's also very stressful. And sometimes it doesn't even come into play. So it's like, you're stressed out for no reason. But to answer your question, yeah, you seem like you have a pretty good balance of it. I mean, I know you're cognizant of the future, but you're not stressed about the future.
I knew we was gonna, like, after watching this, like, I knew we was gonna, like, get, like, real deep into it, and it's only the first episode of the season.
That was a good little reaction. Having had us thinking about the future and shit. Rick and Morty always be tackling deep shit when you think about it. Like, that's really deep about that, like, reality and time, the concept of time and stuff. Like, that's true. Like, some people do pursue an end goal instead of just, like, you know, what's the saying? The best part of the, like, getting there is half the fun type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the best part of the goal is the journey. You know, it's not just the end goal. So, with a lot of, you know, cartoon people dying and getting killed in, you know, various ways. Bro, that was fucked up when the teacher was the fucking caterpillar.
I didn't care for that scene for real.
And he fucking went into labor and was like, oh my god, my babies! Run!
Bonus!
I was like, fuck. That is fucked up, bruh. Getting his eye ripped out and shit. Like, dude, that's crazy they're even able to put that on TV.
You know what is crazy? Like, even more crazy? Like, that's, like, actually real shit.
Like, wasps really do that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, wasps do really do that shit. Wasps are some fucking crazy, scary motherfuckers, bro.
Mm-hmm. I remember we was talking about this, like, a few years back. Like, do they have any natural predators? Like, they just on Earth to be assholes, right?
Yeah. They just fuck shit up. They don't get pollen or anything like that. They don't fucking pollinate flowers. They just fly around, sting shit, and then kill other bugs. Like, that's it. That makes me wonder, like, well, how come 5G doesn't kill wasps? Like, that would be a good
But
thing.
kills bees.
But kills bees. Like, shouldn't it kill wasps? Like, that'd be awesome. That'd be like, yes, fire it off. Kill all the... I mean, who am I to say what to kill? But you know what I'm saying. Like, the wasps are those are some assholes.
Plus, it's not like bees. They sting you, the bee goes off and dies. These motherfuckers can sting you multiple times and then fly away. Mm-hmm. Like, come on, cuz. Where they do it at?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like wasps.
I want to ask you one more thing before, like, we kind of, like, conclude this video.
Alright.
When you watching Rick and Morty, do you feel like you have a better understanding when you're clear-headed or when you're high? Like, if you were high right now, would you have understood what happened?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like it would have hit me harder if I was high. Like, if I was high, I'd probably be sitting like, oh my god, what am I doing? I'm too focused on the future. Like, oh my gosh, have I done this? Like, it would just be like a lot deeper hidden. But I like that though. I like watching Rick and Morty high. Have you ever done that?
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty crazy watching that. Alright, one last little note. Something that Lionel used to always tell me. He used to tell me, remember that you're always on the best path. Like whatever's going in life, it's always the best alternative.
Even if it doesn't seem like it.
Even if it doesn't seem like it. Like whatever's going on now is always the best occurrence.
Whenever I, like, now that you said that, whenever I have, like, a bad experience, I always, like, look at it as a learning experience. Mm-hmm. Like, what could I learn from, like, that situation?
Mm-hmm. And it might feel like, oh, something happened that diverted your life a certain way. And you might feel like, oh, I lost all this. But it's like, no, like, you're on the best path at all times. Like, the fact you're alive shows that. And it's like, I remember there was this one story. You remember that book that Nikki had, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck? Mm-hmm. That was something that he was saying in there. It was like, you're always on the best path. Like, for example, the dude who, I forgot what his name is, but he was like the backup singer for the Beatles or something like that. Like, right before they blew up. And, like, he was on there and he got kicked off the Beatles right before they blew up. And he felt like shit, like, fuck, like, what the fuck, you know what I'm saying? But then he ended up accepting it, that he got kicked out, and they ended up just focusing on himself, and ended up just becoming, like, just focusing on just being happy and being humble more than anything. And then he ended up getting married, had kids, and ended up just kind of living like, I mean, he still was paid from the time that he did work with them, so he ended up living a pretty straight life, just married and just with his wife and kids and just, you know, killing it. Turns out the rest of the Beatles still have never gotten married and had kids. Or at least if they did, it was way later, like, and it was way harder for them. But for him, it was like, I mean, they struggled to do that. So it's like, you might feel like in the moment, like, oh shit, like I missed out on all this, but then it's like, no, you could just be meant to accomplish something much greater or something much different that you're more suited for. You know, everybody's got their own path. Because it might seem like, oh yeah, being a Beatle, it's going to be fucking fun, it'll be fucking bitches. You know what I'm saying? But then it's like, yeah, and then you're going to be 50 as well, and still have no family, still have no kids, still never found love, you know. So, you know, which one really was the best path, you know? So, that was just an example, but it just goes back to what I was saying, how you're always on the best path. Like, your soul guides you. It would be pretty fucked up and torturous if life was just some sick joke to where it's like, oh yeah, you made this wrong decision back in 8th grade, so now we're just gonna keep going down this wrong path. Like, that's not how life is. That's not how life works. Like, you're not just going down this wrong path, but you're just gonna keep, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're always on the best outcome. Everything happens for a reason. So, I just want to put that on there. But, to the next episode.